Hey, Lou, how you doing? It's nice to see faces I haven't seen in a while. Steve, you made it. Great. Okay, speakers, because we're recording, you probably, when you're up here, bag your mask, mostly so people can hear you. Make sure you're safe distance. Microbiologist, all germs never die. So, but one of the things, turn it on. That would probably help. Hey! Okay, I just want to welcome everybody to our meeting. How you doing? Good to see you. First of all, a lot of people, this may be their first meeting since we have managed to go through COVID and gain new members that have never seen each other before. So tonight we'll have a few introductions. One of the things I want to remind the speakers is that if you can stay close to here because we're filming, please do so. And then if you have any questions at all, if anybody has any questions, just speak up and speak loudly. And if the speaker would please reiterate the question so it's recorded, that would be awesome. Okay, we good to go? Okay. Do you want to click or am I clicking? Okay, this is too hate.
Sensor's probably in the computer.
They're working on the other.
Pardon?
Is it working on the other? Oh, this is.
Okay, I guess we're not ready. Now we're good? Okay, if you'd please stand, you'll notice we have a giant flag. Steve, would you mind leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, there are two attendants. One is did everybody get screened? Yes. Yeah, because in case anybody does get ill, we've got some follow-up and some tracing to do. The other thing that you signed in for is the safety. Our squadron has an awesome record during this COVID jazz for safety. So you want to make sure that you sign in on the safety roster, or Rick Couch will find you if you haven't signed in. So you want to make sure you've got that done as well. Okay. Okay, and I'm not sure he's here. Is Jim Schwint here? Nope, I don't see him, but Jim has already taken the scanner class. He's jumped right in, gotten through level 1, so he's doing a great job. And I also want to welcome that I knew was coming. Wade, you want to stand up and back up a little bit and yell if you want, and introduce yourself. And
Yep, I'm Wade Wilson. I 45 years old, just turned 45. Spent 6 years in the Navy, originally from Kansas. Just moved here from Florida, been here for 2.5 weeks maybe. Was a member of CAP back when I was a kid. Did my first discovery flight with CAP, so that was kind of cool. But I am a pilot. I've got 550 hours, commercial, single, and multi. So I'm looking forward to just being a part of the group.
no, but you know, a lot of the crew haven't met you yet, so.
Hi everyone, my name is Sherry Clark. I'm a major in the Air Force, about to retire. I pilot up at the academy right now, so if you hear the sharks, we're the annoying people that you guys are trying not to hit, so appreciate that. And I'm starting my scanner class, looking forward to joining and doing more stuff.
Okay, Scott.
Evening everybody, I'm Scott Schleifer, retired Air Force, been out for about 8 years. Commercial multi-engine instrument. I got some friends and family that are in the CAP and they've been telling me what a cool mission it is. So obviously looking to join up and contribute.
Glad to have you. anybody else that hasn't, I mean, some of you probably haven't seen each other, even though you've been in the squadron for 10 years, for months. So glad to have you. Okay, some general updates. As you know, the fiscal year ended yesterday. Today is the beginning of fiscal year 2021, as we know, right, Mr. Finance? And so far, of course, I haven't looked at all my emails in the last couple hours. I don't know that the funding's come through with the feds. We're actually planning ahead. A couple of the guys, Mike Wormuth and Nick, are going to fly some O-rides on Saturday for Banning Lewis if something comes through. And if not, we'll postpone it. We didn't do anything big because with what's going on with the federal budget, it's kind of hard to be optimistic right this minute. But that said, we're going to make progress if we can. All reporting for Pikes Peak is current, so we're doing great with our reports from AE, from Finance, and let's see, IT. We're doing good. We're keeping up, and usually we're sometimes leading the way on getting things in on time, so that's awesome. Okay, I am looking for alternative sites for us to meet. I'm meeting with the Space Foundation next week. Actually, it moved to Wednesday when I'm meeting with them. So that's a real possibility to do that. Plus, we're also looking at alternatives that may be more central, but we'll see how it goes. We're just looking for the opportunity to make the CAP guidelines work for us, but we're still doing this, and also make it comfortable for everybody. So I don't know if this is going to be a little nippy once it gets into January and February. So I'd like to have us in another location where there's actually heat and Wi-Fi. So that would be good. Just an FYI, and Mike may touch on this when he speaks, we have the ability to use all the CAP vehicles that are in our local area. So if we have a mission or some kind of an exercise or some reason to use a CAP vehicle, then we just go through the process. If you're a trained driver, which if you have a CAP driver's license, and you can do a lot of that online to get your driving record checked and your accurate driver's license, you can help out. So there's a great opportunity to help out with ground and some integrated exercises. Okay. Okay, something that I haven't done for a couple of years. I had my commander's intent when I first became a commander, but some things I wanted to be clear about was, these are basic, except for the fact that safety, realize we're still dealing with the virus, we all know that. The expectation is you do what we need to do to stay safe. And all the rules about cleaning the planes, the way we fly, the way we exercise, the way we go to meetings, that kind of stuff. We've got rules we need to follow, we just need to follow them. Something that's really important to me is transparency and open communications. So if you have a question about something, or you're concerned, or you're frustrated, the best thing to do is just talk about it, and let's see what we need to do to work on it together. I don't ever want things to fester or to be hard for people, and if we stay open and communicate well, that's the best way we can go forward. Be kind. Be thoughtful. There are some times during this whole COVID experience that it's been very frustrating for several of us, including me, and I try to remember if I am upset, then the other person on the other end is picking it up, and for that, forgive me, some days are not smooth. So I will apologize. Volunteer service, remember that your family comes first. I've had to step back for a couple weekends, so I appreciate Kent and both Rick Couch and Kent holding down the fort for me while I needed to deal with some family stuff. So your family comes first, and then you also want to make all of our new people and the people that are underneath you, depending on what kind of a job you have, either as an instructor or as a leadership person, that you make those all across our spectrum feel welcome and a part of our group. We're all volunteers. Nobody's getting paid to serve our missions, and our missions are, okay, Mike, what are our 3 missions? Yes.
Yeah, we got the emergency services, cadets, and aerospace education.
Right. Emergency services, which has a lot to do with disaster recovery as well as search and rescue. We also have a big cadet imprint, even though we're a senior squadron. We do their orientation flights. We also help out at different squadrons with aerospace education and just supporting what they're trying to do with the kids. And then aerospace education, is Alex here? There he is, there he is. And his team doing a lot of education, not only for us, but also out in the community. Try something new. If you have been doing the same thing in CAC for years, try something new. We have the UAS team, we've got ground team. There's so much opportunity out there to try something different and share across experiences. And then just respect. Just listen to what your peers have to say. You may not always agree. It's okay to disagree. But just listen to each other and learn from each other. And we've got a great opportunity to get ahead this year. Okay, Nick. John Casey is working nights, and so Mick's going to do the professional development brief.
I sure am. Okay. I'll take a pass on that.
Same germs.
Well, yes, the same germs. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, you can leave.
No, it won't record as well.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Then I will use the mic. All right, everyone. For the new folks, Dave Nicoletti. I go by Mick. I'm your personnel officer, and this evening I'm your stand-in professional development officer, which also now is your education training officer, ETO. As Jen said, who is it? John Casey, our professional development officer. He couldn't be with us this evening, so they asked for me to stand in and talk about this subject right here. Should be next chart. Thank you. To talk about promotion. Okay, how many senior members do we have here? Just senior member, no rank, just as senior member. So